Bridget Bartlett here. So today I am going to show you how to create tasks without the need of a contact within your HighLevel account. This is really, really helpful when you need to remind yourself of a task that you want to complete, or if you want to be able to assign team members to your account. So you can see in here I have no task created. So let's go ahead and create our very first task. So I'm going to create a task here, and since it is around tax time, I have a scenario of I need to send our accountant updated bank statements. Okay, so I'm just going to create a task for myself so that I don't forget. I'm going to say send bank statements. And of course, I could add some description here. Maybe I have a specific Google Drive file or something. So I'm going to say um, send updated bank statements to Google Drive. And let's just pretend this was a Google Drive folder. Okay. And of course, I could assign a user, I could assign a contact, but sometimes we don't really need to do that. Maybe we just want to leave it unassigned and then give ourselves a due date. Okay, so this is really important, especially if there's a deadline. So I'm just going to say by Friday, and then I'm going to go ahead and check that and save. So this is just a standalone task that is not assigned to anyone, and it's not based on a contact, right? This would be like internal communications. So let's go ahead and create another task and go ahead and assign a user. So I'm going to go to new task here. And in this case, I'm going to say and this time I'm just going to paste to save time because I'm a horrible speller. And I'm just going to say create the social media content for a special offer. Okay. So if I have a team member who is, using my account and creates our social media content, I want to assign that as a task that needs to be done. So I'm going to say create content for special offer, and maybe I would give more details or whatever I want for this. And I'm going to go ahead and assign it to a user, and as soon as you start typing in here, you'll see a list of your users pull up. So I'm just going to say that I'm going to assign this to user 2, and of course there's no contact here. Okay, it's going to be a user of the account, so I'm just going to leave that blank. And then of course I want to set a deadline here, so I'm just going to say the end of the month, and we're going to go ahead and save. Now, what happens if user 2 says, unfortunately, I've had a death in the family. I'm not going to be able to complete that. And now I need to reassign that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the 3 dots here, and I'm going to click on edit task. And I'm just going to delete this, and I can either leave it unassigned or I can actually assign another user. So I'm just going to say demo 3 user is going to be the new assignee for this task. Okay. Now, of course, they could assign themselves tasks, and that's really helpful too when you are starting your day and you want to see, okay, these specific tasks are assigned, but I also want to check unassigned tasks and make sure that someone is working on these specific tasks. So what I can do is I can actually search for the contact, and I can see all of the tasks that John Doe has available, which are none in this case. I could also choose Jane Doe, or I could choose unassigned tasks. So if I click that there, you'll see that I have one unassigned task. So I would likely want to either assign this to myself, or I would want to just go ahead and complete it, or even come back in here and assign another user to this task. Okay. So, of course, that's not the only way that you can use the task tab here. You can also search for the assignee. So if I wanted to see, for example, a demo users accounts, or I'm sorry, contacts here is what we would be searching for. So that would be the unassigned contacts, any contacts for Jane Doe, or I'm sorry, not contacts, but tasks. Okay. So any tasks for John Doe, and then this would be the assignee. Okay. So I would just click here if I want to see what is demo user 2 working on, and then of course unassigned. Now we can also check the status here. So do we want to see all of the tasks? Do we want to see just the ones that are pending, or do we want to see the completed tasks? Okay. And then we can also sort here from the due date, which is just ascending or descending, or the date added. Okay, so this is really, really helpful in organizing all of our tasks. However, we can also create tasks inside of our workflows as we always have been able to. And you can also check and see inside of the profile of the contact to see here if they have any tasks available, or if you need to create tasks while you're having a conversation with them, you can do that directly inside of the conversations tab. Okay, so thank you all so, so much for joining me. Go make your vision a reality. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us for today's training. If you have any questions, you can join us for open office hours starting right now at bridgetbartlett.com. It's free and open to everyone, so I'll see you there.